first video, I will be recommending 5 romance-based animes that I know you all will love. Let's add a little sparkle, a story that feels like sunshine in a bottle. Honey lemon soda. This anime aired in 2025, so it's fairly new. Main characters: Uka Ishimori. She's shy but determined to change. And Kai Miura, who is bright, confident, and kind. Synopsis: quiet, timid Uka Ishimori has spent years being bullied and overlooked. When she transfers to a new school, she meets Kai Miura, a boy with lemon-colored hair and a refreshing personality. With his encouragement, she begins to open up, make friends, and discover a sweeter, more confident version of herself. Keynotes: it's refreshing, soft, and youthful. It also encourages self-confidence and joy. So the reason why I ultimately love this anime is because, let's be honest, there are some animes where the main character lacks confidence, and then when he or she finds someone who helps boost their self-esteem, they still end up becoming attached to a point where now their identity is wrapped up into the other new character, and that's something I personally don't like. However, that is not the case with Yuka. Instead, she uses Kai's encouragement as motivation to be a better person overall, and I love that. I think when we have people who can see every version of ourselves, even the versions we try to hide, it showcases that we do matter. Like, we don't need people to know that, right? We can look within, but having people show us this and then we utilize it further so that we can see it ourselves too is a blessing. And Yuka being able to slowly but surely do this, to me, it says something about her character overall, and I personally admire this, as I felt like in the past I could resonate with her character deeply. There's something tender about growing up together, when friendship quietly turns into love. Anyway, I'm falling in love with you. roommates forget, and her crush doesn't notice her. But her childhood friend, Kizuki Hasawa, is there, offering to be her boyfriend candidate. Along with their group of childhood friends, they navigate growing feelings, change, and the gentle ache of first love. He notes it is bittersweet but warm. It has a friendship to love theme, which you already know, and it leaves you hopeful for the next season. Reasons why I love this show. Well, for starters, the opening song in the first season is such a vibe. I mean, out of the whole year of watching different animes, that was the only opening song I really connected with. I feel like it ties well into the overall theme of the show. I also love the unity regarding the group, how they all pour into each other. They have different situations going on, of course, but constantly find ways to not only help each other, but lead by example in certain aspects. You'll just have to watch it to see what I mean. And then, of course, there are love aspects tied to the main character. And it's nice to see how each person come into their own in terms of what love means to them and how they choose to apply it. Now let's wander into a more magical world where gods and spirits fall in love. Kami-sama Kiss. This anime aired in 2012. Main characters: Nanami Momozono, a kind girl who becomes a shrine goddess, and Tomoe, her fox familiar, who is loyal and proud. Synopsis: after being evicted from her home, Nanami Momozono meets a mysterious man who offers her his shrine and his divine mark. Suddenly, she becomes the new local deity. At the shrine, she meets Tomoe, a fox familiar who reluctantly becomes her servant. As they face spirits, gods, and curses together, an impossible love begins to grow between them. Keynotes: it's whimsical and emotional, spiritual, funny, and heartfelt. And there's a balance of magic and romance. Reasons why I love this show. Well, I'll just start off with saying that Nanami can be annoying at times. She has her prideful moments and you're just like, girl, get over yourself. But at the same time, one thing I've come to appreciate about her is that at least you will know emotions at all times. She is expressive in how she feels and what she expects from those around her. And she definitely has a kind heart that's displayed throughout the show. I also like Tomoe. He's also prideful, so you'll see them go back and forth amongst one another. But at the same time, his loyalty, the way that he carries himself when it comes to Nanami, you can tell that even though he's reluctant, there's always some ounce of care for her, even before he realized he truly loved her. And now, a story that speaks without words, where silence becomes its own kind of poetry, a sign of affection. Main characters: Yuki Itose, a deaf university student with a gentle soul, and Izumi Nagi, a traveler drawn to her quiet world. Synopsis: Yuki Itose's life is quiet but fulfilling until she meets Izumi Nagi, a multilingual traveler fascinated by her world of silence. Curious and kind, he begins learning sign language to understand her. Through shared gestures and small, wordless moments, a tender love begins to blossom. Keynotes its intimate, emotional storytelling, beautiful representation and tone, and perfect for quiet reflection. Reasons why I love this anime. Well, first and foremost, to me, this was the best romance anime of 2024. Anyone can argue with me. I am willing to have that debate. But think about it. This man was already a diverse individual willing to go and immerse in new cultures. And the fact that he met someone who he instantly had barriers with and decided to want to get to know on that level, it says something about him. He's a great man, Savannah. And she let him in. She had her fears, her reservations, of course, but curiosity and wanting to put herself out there. And I love that too. It's just something different about this show. I can't describe it beyond what I'm initially saying, but you just have to watch it. It's really one that tugs at the heart, for sure. And finally, a story about love that heals and kindness that transforms. Fruits Basket. It originally aired in 2001, and there was a remake in 2019. Main characters: Toru Honda, who is pure-hearted and hopeful. Yuki Soma, who is gentle and reserved. Lastly, Kyo Soma, who is honest and vulnerable. mysterious Soma family who are cursed to transform into animals of the Chinese zodiac when hugged by the opposite sex. Through compassion and kindness, Toru helps each member confront their pain, uncover their truths, and learn to love themselves again. Keynotes: deeply emotional and healing, and themes of family, forgiveness, and growth. Reasons why I love this anime. You all know this is my favorite anime of all time. This anime is the reason why I fell in love with anime to begin with. It has such a dark theme infused with love, light, and hope. And it just warms my heart in more than one way. I can resonate deeply with the character, with Toru, of feeling as if at some point in my life I didn't belong until certain people entered my life. Also, her helping aspects in not just being kind verbally but physically with actions showing how much she cares. It's just an all around good show. And I know this anime, when people bring it up, they have a lot of negative thoughts, and that's on them. But for me, it has always spoken to my heart. And as you can see, this is my old phone. I don't use it anymore. But here's Kyo and the cats that often come around him as they connect with him, since he is the ear